of big government and the proudest military on earth. Speaking of the proudest military, why don't we ask our veterans to stand? Let's give them a hand. Thank you for your service. Thank you for our freedom. My fellow Americans, this is the most important election of our lives. We must vote Republican, and we have many great candidates. We must vote for Stacey Garrity for treasurer. There she is. We must vote for Chip DeFore for Order General. We must vote for Dave Sunday for Attorney General. And we must vote for our hometown favorite congressman, the one and only Scott Perry, who will be out here in a couple of minutes. And for those of the ninth congressional, I wouldn't mind if you vote for me too. I appreciate that. And for U.S. Senate, Dave McCormick. So, what Donald Trump brings to this election is strength for America. Kamala Harris and the Democrats bring weakness. Let's swamp the vote. Let's be too big to win. Of introducing a great American, Miss Tiffany Hall. Please welcome her.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany Hall, and I'm a long-line resident of Columbia, PA, in Langston County. I'm a single mother of 4 great kids ranging in ages 2 to 10. Like many parents, I wonder what the future will look like for my children as I continue to get increasingly more expensive and harder to disastrous liberal policies.
Do you want to take that one? You got one StreamYard, I got another, and they're running on 2 different StreamYards.
It does not work for the lower to middle class.
So we've got 2 streams rolling. Hopefully that way one goes down, we have coverage on the other.
Biden, and especially Kamala, have been dangerously incompetent and dangerously far left. So, I'm going to read some bullet points here. Feel free to make some noise. One, the gas is so high, thanks to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, delusional anti-energy agenda, I cannot afford to put my children into sports. The price of groceries are so inflated because of Biden and Kamala's reckless spending that $100 barely kills
We've got grocery bags running right now. So that one's under Obama, this one's under Soup Mama official.
Electricity and gas keep skyrocketing, so I have to look for additional resources for help. I spend many sleepless nights trying to see where I could pull money from to be able to afford back-to-school clothes, shoes, supplies for my children this school year. I have found myself among many Americans who are trying to get cash advances to pay for things as simple as glasses for me and my children, or other out-of-pocket health expenses. Many friends of mine are not able to comfortably afford housing or upkeep of their cars. Grandparents cannot retire because they're busy helping to raise their grandchildren, our children. I know many parents struggling with mental health due to the inflation that's consistently affecting our economy, and how the best isn't good enough due to an economy that doesn't work for the working class.
Right in.
Many of us can't go out on vacations or getaways because somewhere else in our country
the internet in here is
Are you guys
in the studio.
Are you guys tired of struggling to pay for basic necessities?
There you go.
Like many of you, I'm barely getting by living paycheck to paycheck. Not only has the economy completely collapsed under Biden and Kamala, their educational priorities and mandates have hurt both students, educators, and parents. I'm an emotional and artistic support paraprofessional for a local school district. I love my job and the difference that I feel I make. I also get a front row view of what out-of-touch educational policies do to our next generation. Biden and Kamala Harris feel the government knows better than parents. Being an educator and a parent, I strongly disagree. Biden and Kamala wish to fund their liberal agenda programs to teach children reading and math. Is this acceptable to you? It's not to me. We need to return to the basics. We need leaders with common sense, and we need to get the government out of the way. Lastly, we need President Donald Trump to restore our economy, stop the indoctrination of our children, and remind us that their country is alive and well. It's time to band together as Americans and make sure President Trump is elected. It's the key to making America.
That's America. Looking out at all of you, I'm looking at some great American patriots. You know what? One American patriot above out, I just want to give a shout out to. And that's my friend Jim Worthington. He's here with his wife Kimberly. Let's give Jim a hand. He's doing more than real life. He's a non-stop worker. Jim, thank you very much. All right, folks, I now have the honor of bringing out Mr. Frank Hancock with some great words of encouragement and patriotism for all of us. Frank, please come on.
Okay, I'm Frank Hancock. I've lived here. I graduated from West Point in 1972. I commissioned as an infantry officer, went to Airborne Ranger School. During Desert Storm, I was a battalion commander with the 101st Airborne Division, and I retired in 2002 as a colonel. Then I went to Cedar Cliff High School and taught Army JROTC for 16 years. When President Trump became president in January 2017, he inherited a small military, but a pretty good army. At that time, ISIS was a major player in the Middle East. About May or June of 2017, I noticed there was nothing about ISIS in the newspaper, so I went to the War College and asked one of my brothers, what happened to ISIS? He simply said, they're eliminated. So that's when I knew how President Trump was going to govern. He gets results, right? So with no fanfare, ISIS is eliminated. In his 4 years, President Trump used other elements of power to solve traditional military problems. Using a tariff or a sanction instead of bullets is absolutely fine with those folks who have to do the fighting. Let me see, I'm a soldier. I don't have to deploy. I don't have to leave my loved ones. And I don't have to get shot at. Yeah, I'm good with that. The military had 4 years with President Trump, and they were peaceful years, which is, again, completely okay with those folks on the front lines. During his 4 years, you got to see how President Trump interacted with service people, and two things stuck out. Number one, President Trump has an unabashed love for the United States and for its founding principles based on freedom. He understands that all these young folks that are in the military are giving up their youth to defend all of us. President Trump gets it. He will never put troops in harm's way unless they can succeed. Also, from his many interactions, Army-Navy football games, Afghanistan, Korea visits, you can see the mutual respect and affection that President Trump had for his troops. President Trump gets us. We felt safe and the troops felt safe when he was in command. Last thing, President Trump has the courage of our founders, George Washington, Samuel Adams, Crispus Attucks, Molly Pitcher, Hugh Mercer, and John Armstrong. 2 weeks ago, when all hell was breaking loose, I put up on the social media an equation. It said, President Trump equals legitimate, and I'm looking for, well, there's only one word, badass. President Trump equals legitimate badass. That's the reading. This is my take on the military President Trump. Please vote in November. Bring 5 people with you. Make sure they all vote like you. The country needs President Trump. The world needs President Trump, and so does our great Commonwealth. Thank you very much.
Well, Colonel's an old saying, it takes one to know one, it takes one badass to be able to recognize a badass. Thank you. So I have one other shout out. Where is Dwayne McGavin, Ty Poole, and the Vice President Trump? Where are they? Thanks, guys. You're always there. Appreciate you. We'll be. I now have the honor, folks, of introducing to us. Come on out, Philip.
Good evening, Harrisburg. Wow, what a crowd. It's great to see so many people out this evening to support President Donald J. Trump. My name is Alina Habba,
They're ready for it's not my life, but the shoe was, thank God, it's like this, it was. Well, I don't think anything to do, just. I do. But no, I was like.
We spent our summers planting, weeding, and harvesting organic vegetables. It wasn't perfect, but it was a really great life. And I think there's many people that would give a lot to have what I had as a child. I'd like to thank my parents for that. Can we give them a hand?
Yeah.
All good parents.
Yeah, I like you. Like there. Okay.
I became a Trump Force 47 captain because I saw firsthand how the disastrous policies of the Biden Harris administration have hurt the working class, especially young people like myself who are working hard, trying to save for
I don't know. There's Richard Citizen Journal.
are struggling to afford everyday needs with the cost of inflation being so high, gas prices skyrocketing, and even groceries are emptying their wallets.
Thank you. For you.
I became a Trump Force 47 captain because I realized there are people in the government today, like Kamala Harris, who actually believe that principals and school teachers should assist children in life-altering surgeries.
I know. I love that when he showed up and I was like at the RNC, I was loving it.
Like gender transition.
There
are states that would even remove children from the home
okay. Oh, cool.
if their parents do not support such a decision.
I will. I don't know if it's a or not.
This great nation. I realized that many kids would not have an opportunity to have a childhood like the one I had and loved that was filled with so many good memories.
Well, yeah, I will. I
realized that if I did not stand up and fight, we were going to lose this battle. And that if Kamala Harris won, there could be
What?
even worse, far
I
left
love you.
and radical policies implemented than under Joe Biden.
I've been friends with
The future of our country is too important.
I know, but
And
that's
the left blame gender insanity, gas prices becoming unaffordable, and someone like Kamala.
She called me from my channel.
Is and been willing to do nothing to change things to help young voters who are struggling every day.
Hang on, guys. I need to have a private conversation. So I'm gonna leave you these guys a second.
The presidential election. I've always wanted to get along with people, and certainly was not into confrontations over politics. I love my fellow Americans. I love all humans, and I don't want to fight with my fellow citizens. But when I saw what was happening, I knew I couldn't sit on the sidelines anymore. I decided to get involved, and I'm now a proud Trump Force 47 captain, working to re-elect Donald Trump. So I signed up at TrumpForce47.com and was then contacted to attend a Trump Force Captain training. Even with my busy work schedule, I learned that I could make a big impact with a small time commitment. If you're wondering what Trump Force 47 is, it is a neighbor-to-neighbor organizing program hyper-focused on mobilizing highly targeted voters in critical precincts in states like Pennsylvania. The program is focused on efforts to recruit, train, and organize volunteers like me who are assigned to turn out specifically targeted voters in their own precinct. President Trump needs you. You can look up at the screen. There's a QR code. Scan that with your phone. Sign up today and volunteer to be a Trump Force 47 captain and help us save America. Please join me in the fight to take back our sovereignty as individuals, churches, and communities. I'm asking each of us here tonight to go to TrumpForce47.com and sign up to become a Trump Force 47 captain like myself. Do what you can. And on November 5, 2024, let's elect Donald J. Trump for the President of the USA.
All right, folks, great message, Philip. Everyone, thank you all very, very much. It's my honor to be here with you and look forward to the rest of the program. And the 45th and soon to be 47th president will be here a little bit later. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Congressman Lloyd Smucker.
So who is ready to welcome President Trump to Pennsylvania once again? Let's give another round of applause to the speakers so far this evening. I am so proud to represent great patriots like Tiffany and Philip in the 11th Congressional District here in Pennsylvania. Many of you know, as Philip was, that I was born Amish. With a name like Smucker around here, you're probably from Lancaster County. But I was the first in my family to earn a high school diploma. I don't have a college degree. I got my hands dirty, worked hard hanging drywall,
to earn a living and raise a family right here in our community. I have lived better and experienced more than my parents could ever have dreamed. You have a similar story, I'm sure. It's what we call the American dream. By the way, there aren't other countries with a dream. I heard Ben Carson say recently, have you ever heard of a Portuguese dream? It's what makes America great. It makes us the greatest country ever on the face of the earth. But right now, there are people who want to stand in the way of that dream. Let's first talk about the media, who are responsible for the greatest cover-up in our country's history. But by the way, if Joe Biden isn't fit to campaign, he's not fit to run the country either. But let's face it, we know Joe hasn't been running the country. And now, the Democrat Party bosses have anointed Kamala Harris. So let's talk about her record. The most progressive senator. Now think about that. That's a high bar coming from California. She campaigned on banning fracking. She campaigned on packing the courts. She served as the border czar and let millions and millions of illegal immigrants come into the country. Do we want a radical, liberal Californian like Kamala Harris running our country? And by the way, do we want Pennsylvania's Governor Josh Shapiro in the White House? Now, I'll quote Shapiro. He says he likes to get shit done. But I don't know that he's done diddly squat. Progressives have the run of the governor's mansion here in Harrisburg, just like they have in the White House. Shapiro is distracted by the national spotlight, and he's left Pennsylvanians behind. We know what a Harris-Shapiro ticket would be. More money to line the pockets of the Hollywood elite, illegals flooding our border, soaring gas prices, and soaring grocery bills. We've seen what they've done in just 4 years. We can't let them have another 4. We need Donald J. Trump back in the White House. We need him back in the White House to actually get shit done and put Americans first. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Congressman G.T. Thompson.
I'm so sorry. This one keeps going up. Which one? This one. That one? Richard's gonna join and grab my necklace. Richard Citizen Journalist, yes. Yeah.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
What a crowd. You want to see this from my perspective.
He said, I can always mail it to you, or I'll catch up with him something, because I'm always running into him.
Pennsylvania, 15th Congressional District.
Very very
and
excited.
the dean of the congressional delegation. I'm proud to be the first member
Yeah.
of Congress.
So what? This one just keeps spinning?
7 years to chair the U.S. House Agriculture Committee.
Oh, that's so frustrating. Yeah, it's, well,
So welcome
But this
to the
one's holding?
Pennsylvania Farm Bureau.
one's holding? Okay, well, that one's like, oh, we don't have to, I mean,
So I
we
got a
can,
question
but
for you. Are you ready
We
to
don't have
send
it.
Camellia Harris back to
yeah,
San
it's
Francisco?
tough because, what?
I don't mean any offense. I don't mean any offense to
Richard, before he leaves,
Rice-A-Roni,
go.
but she is
Go, go,
no
go.
San Francisco treat. No doubt about it.
I mean, I love seeing him,
Even
so.
better question. Are you ready to make America great again? You can. Absolutely. Are you ready to elect Donald J. Trump for 47th president of the United States?
Well, he's getting ready to leave, so if you're gonna say bye, you better do it
I
now.
have to say, I believe that in Butler, Pennsylvania, I used to represent Butler County, and fire chief there actually was a constituent of mine at one time. But I believe that God saved President
Go ahead.
Trump, served at Butler County. It was through divine intervention that President Trump was saved for a higher purpose when we re-elect him as President of the United States. And I give thanks to the Lord Almighty for his guiding and protecting me. You know, we lift in prayer the former fire chief, Corey Compatore, who paid the ultimate price protecting his wife and daughter, a true American hero.
Sorry, guys, running 2 screens today, trying to keep you guys running.
I also want to say thank you to a constituent of mine who's here this
Signal
afternoon.
is rough in here.
Signed the Butler Rally in an attempt to life-saving care, emergency room physician, Dr. Jim Sweetland. Dr. Sweetland, thank you for your service and your service. I'm so proud of our peace-filled state. Not only was our great nation birthed and it was shaped in Pennsylvania, you know, from the Industrial Revolution, driven by Pennsylvania coal starting in 1760, to defining our nation with the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia in 1776, from the transforming our nation and world with the first commercial oil well in Titusville, Pennsylvania in 1859, to preserving the nation in Gettysburg in 1863. The Keystone State has always been a state of high consequences. And this has held true in what were our more significant presidential elections. Pennsylvania voters have risen above party politics to elect some of our more influential presidents, all Republicans.
Yeah, I'll
At
give you
critical times in history when our nation needed them most. And in 2024, Pennsylvanians will do that again and cast the majority of our votes for Donald Trump as our president, 47th president of the United States. And
He's such a good guy.
America great again. Now, it's the Patriots of 2024, and that's us. We have been given a weighty and awesome responsibility. Our nation is being broken under the weight of flawed and damaging policy being advanced without regard to consequences to rule of law or Constitution by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Today, our families, American families, struggle with weak and woke policies that redefine gender, attack individual rights, and transform our nation till we would not and will not recognize it. Bullies and thugs from
We're on the floor again today, guys. Absolutely awesome. I just visited with Richard, citizen journalist.
No longer a force for world peace.
Lots of cool people here today, guys.
Rushing inflation, unaffordable gas and groceries.
He's gonna try and rescue my necklace for me. They made me take my bullet necklace, even though it's a dud. They made me take it off and leave it outside, guys, my gift from Texas. So Richard's actually going to see if he can find it out there and rescue it for me. I'm very upset that they would not let that in. So hopefully he can get that for me. Get that.
With Bobby Casey's help, has built a $20,591 hole in the pockets of Pennsylvania families, and they're still holding the shovels today. Now, if you're tired of paying too much, a simple solution. We vote for Donald Trump for president, and my money, Mr. McCormick, for Senate.
And again, guys, we are running two screens just because the internet is so rough inside this metal building. So I apologize, but there are two streams running today, guys. We can keep them up.
47th president of the United States. You know, this is more than making America great again. This is about saving our republic. As the patriots of our day, we must do all we can to make America a state that secures the election of Donald J. Trump as the 47th president. You know, a proud patriot of his day and a fellow Pennsylvanian, Dr. Benjamin Franklin was stopped when leaving the Constitutional Convention in 1787. A woman asked him, "Well, doctor, do we have a republic or a monarchy?" Franklin replied, "A republic, if you can keep it." The question is, what will future generations say about us as the patriots of our day? For those of us in this arena, they will say, "We elected Donald Trump president in 2024. God bless Donald Trump, God bless Pennsylvania, and God bless the United States of America."
I'm going to take this one and I'm going to run TikTok for a second. Try and get some TikTok out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Congressman Scott Perry.
I was watching the news last night. Harris is having a rally in Atlanta. They said, you know, she's got dozens of supporters. They're trying to make it look like this, but it doesn't look anything like this. So, but I'll tell you what, they're coming for us. So we got our work to do. The question I have for you is, have you had enough? Have you had enough of it? That's right. Let's start with the lies. Let's start with the lies. Trump-Russia collusion, all made up, dragged our country through it, and you paid for it. And then we'll go to COVID. Your tax dollars funded the lab that created the virus that they brought home. They lied to you about it and took you out of work. Have you had enough? Have you had enough of being lied to about a fair justice system? Have you had enough? How about this? Vice President Harris hopes to be President Harris and says the border is secure. How about that lie? Big tech is not working with big government to suppress our voices. How about this one? If you go to the grocery store, the gas station, you pay your insurance, you pay your electricity bills. We have a strong economy and everybody's doing great. You like that lie? Have you had enough? How about this one? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are competent. How about that lie? Or that no one knew of Joe Biden's cognitive impairment. Have you had enough of the lies? Here's a lie for you that's just emerging right now, that these folks believe in democracy. They disregarded all the primary votes, had a coup against Joe Biden, and now installed Kamala Harris, right? Have you had enough of these lies? And what about the disrespect for the American people? What about the disrespect? They aid our enemies, right? We send your tax dollars to Iran, and we turn our back on Israel. When will it be enough? Our service members dying in Afghanistan. Joe Biden stands there over flag draped coffins, and he checks his watch. Have you had enough of this yet? Have you had enough? They
they take our freedoms away from us. They take our freedoms. They censor us. They tell us what kind of cars we can drive and what kind of stoves we're not allowed to buy. Finally, you can't make your ends meet. You can't pay your bills, but you can sure pay for people to come across the border illegally by the millions. And if that's not bad enough, they fly them into our communities, and you can't even ask about it. Have you had enough? Ladies and gentlemen, they can change the clowns in the three-ring circus, but the circus has to end. The circus has to end. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to do something about it? Well, I sure hope we are. All my life, I watched people run for president. They said they were going to help our country, they were going to help the republic, they were going to help us do better, and every single one turned out to be a failure and let every single one of us down, except for one. Except for one. You know, that's exactly right. Had a great life, great family, didn't need any of this. They have tried to bankrupt him. They have tried to destroy his family and his good family name. They have tried to throw him in jail. Ladies and gentlemen, they tried to kill him. They tried to assassinate him. There's one guy that's going to save this country, his policies with us behind him. He can't do it alone. Inbound, he's coming right back to Pennsylvania. This is ground zero. We're not going to let Harris. God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senior Advisor to Donald J. Trump, Alina Habba.
Where's my family? My family's here, everybody. Hello, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I got a little known fact for you that most people don't know, but I lived in this city for 3 years. It's good to be back, folks. It's good to be back. Well, I have had the privilege, as you all know, of representing the greatest president in the history of the United States. And now I am so honored to join the campaign to represent the 47th President of the United States. As many of you know, I have been fighting right next to the President in the greatest fight for the American Constitution, for the American policies, and to keep politics out of our courtrooms. Now we are dealing with a Democrat Party that literally can't figure out who the hell they're going to put up against my guy, President Trump. So who do they pick? Kamala. Yeah, boo. But I'm so excited because when I spoke at the RNC, I didn't know she was the one we were going after, but now I do. And I'm going to speak to you, Miss Harris. I am a strong woman, a mom, a lawyer, and an American. And unlike you, Kamala, I know who my roots are. I know where I come from. And I don't play around with the Constitution. And I've got some news for you. They have tried to take down President Trump. And like I've been saying for 3 years, you can keep trying, but you will not succeed. We will take down the corrupt DAs, the corrupt AGs, and I don't care how much money you got behind you. The truth comes out, and President Trump has been and is innocent of any crime other than loving this country. Now let me tell you what, Kamala. You are committing a crime. Because the only co-conspirator I know of the Biden-Harris administration is you. And you have lied to us about President Biden for the last 3.5 years. And just like in our courts, and just like Jack Smith, Letitia James, and D.A. Bragg, the truth always comes out. So, let me just tell you, America, her policies are the same ones we've been living for 3.5 years, so don't get it twisted. They don't work. She is worse than a socialist. She is worse than Bernie Sanders. And guess what, Kamala? You're gonna lose just like he did. Ladies and gentlemen, she is proud to say that she raised money when the radical liberals pulled out and took out their own man, Sleepy Joe, that can't spell Bob backwards. But guess what? This is a room full of patriots. And if everybody pulls out $1 and donates to DonaldJTrump.com, we were going to give them a run for their money because our policies are right. We are on the right side of America, and we love this country and our children. I am so honored to be back in Pennsylvania. Thank you, everybody. God bless America. God bless President Trump. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome candidate for United States Senate, Dave McCormick.
saw. Who's ready to retire Biden, terrorists, and cases? Who's ready? All right. And who is ready to see Donald J. Trump in the White House? Who's ready? And who is ready to send Chuck Schumer back in and get a Senate majority? We got to do it, folks. We got to do it. I want to start by talking about something serious, which happened 200 miles away from here in Butler. I was there in Butler, Congressman Muser was there, and we saw sadly Corey Compertor, a hero, be killed, and we saw the president missed by an inch. An inch, it would have been a catastrophe for the country. And we saw, and I'm a military guy, I've seen people get shot. We saw the president come up off the floor, put his fist in the air in defiance, leadership, strength, when it was strength is that strength. That strength, and that's the kind of strength we need to turn our country around. Now, I'm a seventh generation Pennsylvanian. My dad was born in Indiana. My mom was born in Punxsutawney. And I like to say Punxsutawney because it reminds me of my opponent, Punxsutawney Bob, who only sticks between leadership and followership. This is a choice between strength, the strength we saw on that stage in Butler, Pennsylvania, that strength. The weakness, the sad weakness of the last 3.5 years. We need you. We need you to knock on doors. We need you to tell your friends. We need you to get people to register to vote. These are Republican problems. These are American problems. We can do this. We can get your great country, our great country, back on track. And we will look back on this election. We will look back and we will say that because of what we did, we restored the American dream for our children. And because of what we did, America is that great shining city on the hill that is envied by the world. God bless our great Commonwealth. Thank you.
My honor, he introduced the 45th and soon to be 47th.
November 5th is going to be the most important day in the history of our country. And we will bring our country back together, bigger, better, bolder, brighter, happier, stronger, freer, greater, and more united than ever before. And together we will win, win, win.
I have never, ever been prouder of President Trump than my president. When he stood up with blood all over his face and he raised his fist in defiance and he shook his fist. Not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way, and I will never be moved.
On November 5th, 2024, we will take back our country and we will make America great again. The very first day that we take back the White House from crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of our country, I believe that we're going to have four of the greatest years in the history of our country. I will once and for all secure our elections. So we're going to go to paper ballots. We're going to have same-day voting, voter ID. We're going to do it properly. We're going to have good, secure, beautiful elections. We never want what happened in 2020 to happen again. But until then, Republicans must win, and we must use every appropriate tool available to beat the Democrats. They are destroying our country. Whether you vote early, absentee, by mail, or in person, we are going to protect the vote. That's the most important thing we have to do, is protect the vote. Keep your eyes open, because these people want to cheat, and they do cheat. And frankly, it's the only thing they do well. We will make sure your ballot is secure and your voice is heard. Many Republicans like to vote on election day, and we must swamp the radical Democrats with massive turnout on Tuesday, November 5th. The way you win is to swamp them. If we swamp them, they can't cheat. It just doesn't work out. But if you can't make it, you need to make a plan, register, and vote any way possible. We got to get your vote. So with your vote, we will win a victory the likes of which no one has ever seen before. We will evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House, and we will take back our country on November 5th, 2024, the most important day in the history of our country. That's what it's going to go down as. Thank you.
too long. Because somebody's got to help. You have to
Well,
Oh, hey, look at that. We got a live back. Here we go. Oh, that one's still running? Gorgeous. What's the matter? Oh, listen, the signal in here is absolutely rough. So what I'm going to do, we're going to quick flip this around so I can say hi to everybody. And here, let me take that one too really quick. Yeah. That's fine. Probably, I think it's like by door 26-ish. So I don't know, maybe that one might be faster. All right.